Chapter 1 of The Brighton Boys in the Radio Service. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Tom Clifton. The Brighton Boys in the Radio Service by James R. Driscoll. Chapter 1 for Uncle Sam. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their... It was that old practice sentence of typists, which is as old as there are typewriting machines, and Joe Harned, seated before the old-style, noisy, but still capable machine in Philip Burton's telegraph office, had rattled it off 25 times and was on his 26th when suddenly, very suddenly, his mind began to work. Or rather it might be said that an idea, the big idea, danced unceremoniously into his brain, and, beginning to take definite and concrete form, chased a score of other smaller ideas through all the thought channels of his handsome, boyish, well-rounded head. He came to a full stop and gazed steadily at the upturned paper in the typewriter in front of him. 25 times he had written that sentence, and 25 times, with mechanical precision and true adherence to time-honored custom, he had finished it by tapping off the words "party." It was a formula of words which some genius had devised for the fingering practice it gave one on the keyboard, and Joe Harned had written it hundreds of times before, just as thousands of others had done, without giving a thought to its meaning, or the significance that a substitution of a single word would give it. He read it again, and, as if it were the result of an uncontrollable impulse, his fingers began the rapid tap, tap, tap. And this time he substituted the new word that the big idea had suddenly thrust into his mind. Joe gave the roller a twirl, the paper rolled out, dropped to the floor, and he grasped for it eagerly. Even Joe was surprised. He hadn't realized that in his enthusiastic haste he had pushed down the key marked "caps." In bold, outstanding letters near the bottom of the sheet was an historic sentence, and Joe Harned of Brighton Academy had devised it. Now was the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. Joe gazed at it again for a moment, and then let his eyes travel across the little office to where the red-headed, freckled-faced, big-hearted, and impetuous Jerry Macklin was rapping away at another typewriter, and 2 feet away from Jerry, Slim Goodwin, 170 pounds in his stocking feet and 5'4" in his gym suit, was working the telegraph key with a pudgy hand.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?